You know what's creepy? Staying in the last standing Victorian hotel still left in Australia. Do you know what's even creepier? Staying in the exact room that the ghost is said to haunt this place. You know what's even creepier than that? The fact that I couldn't book this online and had to call them and ask specifically for the room that they didn't seem to have. But you know what's even creepier than that? Having a friend who gets easily creeped out. This is gonna be fun. I definitely heard something.
I can't hear you.
What'd you say?
It's extremely quiet.
Nestled in the heart of Melbourne, the Windsor Hotel opened its grand doors in 1883, back when gas lamps lit streets and horse-drawn carriages ruled the roads. It was built in the height of the Victorian gold rush and quickly became the most prestigious address in the Southern Hemisphere. It's older than the Ritz in Paris and older than the Plaza in New York, and yet still stands today with its red carpeted staircase and gilded ceilings untouched by time. Over the years, it's played host to the elite and the eccentric, from Meryl Streep to Paul McCartney and even Muhammad Ali. But among all the glitz and glamour, there are ghost stories that never made the headlines. Dame Nellie Melba, Australia's most celebrated soprano, was a frequent guest. She even has her own suite, which we'll be staying in. Her voice once echoed through the marble halls, but some say it still does. Staff have reported hearing faint arias in the dead of the night with no one in the room, and some say you can still hear her singing if you go down the corridors. But she's not alone. The Lady in White is another legend. Seen roaming the grand staircase or gazing from the upper windows, some believe she was a bride abandoned on her wedding day. Others, a person who fell down one of the Victorian shafts. Room 306 is said to be the one she haunts, with reports of cold drafts, flickering lights, and the eerie sensation of being watched. Footsteps echo when no one's there. Piano music plays after midnight, even when the lounge is empty. The Windsor is more than just a hotel. It's a living museum, a place where luxury and legend walk side by side, and where some guests may never have truly checked out. So the first thing we had to do was, of course, check into the hotel, which was completely fine until we saw the elevator, which made this sound. Okay, so I have 3 simple challenges, and we're gonna conduct this at night because it's hella creepy. Challenge number 1 is to split up and search the Windsor Hotel. There are over 160 rooms and 2 scared people. Challenge 2 is to stay the night and make contact with the ghost of Nellie Melba, who is said to haunt this room, especially since it's hers. And challenge number 3, to confirm or debunk whether the Windsor Hotel is actually haunted or not. Just a footnote, thanks. I thought that it would be just more fitting to do this at nighttime, but we did check in during the day. So the first thing I see when I come in is an open cabinet with Bombay Sapphire. Never trust a minibar. I have my juice, thank you very much. This has got to be expired. This is $6. That's the scariest thing about this video. These rooms are crazy, man. Seriously, I want you to look at this. They actually had this hotel before they had cars. They used to have horses, and the hotel still existed. People have been living here, staying here for over 100 years. By the way, this is where Australia's constitution was drafted. I will find it for you. It is here somewhere. Is that not crazy? So, like I said, this is Australia's only 19th century hotel. You guys have a lot still standing in Europe, right?
Yeah.
Australia, just for anyone who doesn't know, they sent their evil, sick, crazy people here, and then they bonded with the kangaroos, and then Australians came out. We also like saying the C word.
So do I.
All right, I'm not actually gonna stay here too long. I wanted to get out, show my friend the city. But before we do, I just want you to say hi to someone. Whoop. Behind me is Nellie, the singer and the person who supposedly haunts this place. Maybe I'll be seeing more of her later. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is what Nellie sounds like. We actually found some of her music, and it's over 100 years old. Take a listen. And so we left the hotel, and since my friend was from out of town, I took her to explore the city, which looked really beautiful. We started to head back around midnight, but before we got to the hotel, we saw something we would never forget. There's just a random loaf of bread just sitting there. Good food only! When we got back to the hotel, we didn't even have to ring the night bell because the door was already open. Dun dun dun!
They just knew somehow. Wow.
The room after midnight was stunningly beautiful. It had warm, vibrant lights and a chandelier on top of a circular main room. Plus, it was huge. The room also had a kitchen and sink, as well as a bathroom and a toilet that looked modern, which was really good. Then came the bedroom, with old vintage furniture, such as heating with a dial, an old school radio bolt into a table, and most vintage of all, this. The room also featured these old carpets with patterns which made me really dizzy.
This is the room, and it looks really cool, but it also gives you like this dizzy sort of feeling when like this is all you see. How do you feel about the carpets? Oh my god, where is she? Oh.
I feel sick. It's so trippy. The whole room is spinning.
As we kept exploring the room more thoroughly, we started to discover a few eerie things.
So check this out. I was going to pee, and I just noticed this here, and I don't know what this is because when I pull it, it doesn't fully open.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna be staying here a night, and we were checking out everything, and then we were like, "What is this?" And
Who's you?
if you open this, it's a locked door. So we have to stay here the night.
Oh my god.
Sorry. By the way, I just want to show you guys something. This is the view if you open the door. Yeah.
Once we were done with the room, it was time to explore the hallways. But before we could leave, we both heard the sound of someone walking through the hallways. When we looked though, nobody was there.
Yeah, I do too. But I couldn't see anyone going. You saw someone, or?
No, but I feel like
Oh yeah, that was the sound. Someone went in the door.
there was nobody.
No, that's very freaky.
And it like you were already looking in when you had before the sound like happened. And you still didn't see anyone. I hate this door.
Did you notice that one doesn't have a peephole? That door? Is that not weird?
A little bit.
Because like every other door has. Like,
yeah, you're very strange.
nothing about this is not creepy.
When we got to the ground floor, we took time to look at the beautiful front area, which had a ballroom, a gentleman's area, and a Victorian elevator which had in it some of the hotel's best achievements, like the Australian Declaration, some distinguished guests, and a picture of the old staff. Wait, I feel like I've seen this guy before.
Hi, yes, we have a reservation.
No way. It couldn't be. Could it? When we got back upstairs, we decided to explore the hallways together, and they were both beautiful and eerie at the same time. It almost reminded me of the movie The Shining, but that's probably because I was using a Steadicam.
This place just keeps going. I don't even know where I am anymore. This is how quiet this place is.
It's dead quiet.
These are the old elevators, the Victorian era ones. I think in the old days they used to have to. Apparently, this room is like really haunted. Some people have claimed to have heard like knocks on the door and stuff. I guess if you're outside the door, then it does make sense, but like... Yeah, it's just a door. How many of these rooms are actually taken? Because it looks like we might be some of the only people who are staying here tonight.
It's not comfortable.
No, you can't see to the left or right. This has never been a good chair.
You're right. Not seeing left or right bothers me. Especially in a place where I would like to have a bird's eye vision. Can I ask you what you do?
If I do this, it's like, it sounds like I'm farting. Like, can you hear?
After that, it was time to go back up and complete challenge 1 and
Split up. But before we do, I asked ChatGPT to find me some of like these stories in this hotel. Apparently, these are some of the things that have happened. Sometimes people can hear opera music, which sounds delicious. I just gotta say, if I hear it in the distance, it'll be scary, but also like, damn. There's also a young boy apparition. It says a spectral figure of a teenage boy has been seen wandering the first floor, possibly acting as a guardian to Melba's former suite. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Her former suite is, I guess somewhere on room 1, but we don't know where. I guess if you see a boy, it's there. There's also one on level 3, tragic housekeeper legend. Apparently someone had been pushed down a shaft. Some people have said they've seen a floating apparition on the 3rd floor, which we happen to be on. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay because we have these walkie-talkies protecting. Long press the...
Do you read? Over.
I read. Over.
It's time to split up. Over. Off we go. It never gets any funner.
So this is the haunted floor.
Shut up.
Alright.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's gonna close if you don't leave.
Okay.
Okay then. What are you doing? Am I going down on 1?
Yeah. I need to confess something. I believe in ghosts a lot. And I do not enjoy being here right now. And I also want to say that this hotel is like a maze.
I gotta find level 1 because apparently there is a boy there. I don't like want to find a boy, but like if there is one, that'd be, how am I gonna say, swell. Oh, these places are like super quiet.
So walking down these hallways does not feel great.
Yeah, I found level 1.
Can't really hear you well.
Oh, I can hear you perfectly well. I actually found the elevator shaft.
I'm and this is extremely creepy right now.
You know, I gotta be honest, it's kind of unsettling having like old-timey like elevator behind you, but other than that, kind of baller. I definitely heard something.
What did you hear?
I have no idea. Guess I should investigate.
Hey guys, he heard something. Oh god, the floorboards are creaking.
Oh, Prince Albert. Nice. don't know. Did he stay there? Did he not? Who is he? Where am I? Why am I doing this? Lots of questions.
Oh, these fucking floorboards. God.
I can hear it tapping.
Did you press?
Now it's hard to hear. Huh. Private doors. Could have sworn sound was coming from here.
Are you there?
You say something?
I asked, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you find it?
Yeah, I found 2 private doors and like. I feel like that's the reception. Interesting.
I don't think there's a lot of guests here right now. It's extremely quiet. Hey there.
I heard something for sure. I'll show you on tape.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I couldn't find anything, just a lot of private rooms.
We then reviewed the footage I just heard.
When I sit down in the chair, you say something, then I sit down.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? No, listen to it. It sounds like. It's on level 1. It definitely isn't cars. 100%.
the tram.
No. Yeah, go down. Suvi has generously volunteered to go to the first floor to check this out. I'll be on videotape. I mean, walkie-talkie.
The shit I have to do for a video.
So I'm trying to describe what I heard. It was like, it sounded like a person yelling, but it was like inaudible.
What did you say?
How are you?
Doing
I am doing
well.
Tell me when you get to the first floor. I want to know what you're seeing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, dude, it's cutting off. Seeing anything? Over.
No, but I'm feeling a cool breeze.
After exploring the first floor, Suvi too came back up, finding nothing of interest. Once we had explored the hallways, it was time to come back into the room, and we broke out the EMF meter.
Yep, I knew it. Oh, there it is. There she is. Oh. Yeah, it's a really thick curtain. That's what she said.
I mean, this entire room is sort of blinking.
But then when you go out of the room?
I think it goes back to green. Yeah.
I don't know how to quantify these things, I gotta be honest with you.
Neither. We're definitely not like ghost hunting professionals. You're not haunted. I had to check.
Next up, we used dowsing rods, and I had absolutely no idea what they were.
So we are using dowsing rods to try and communicate with possibly the owner of this room or maybe somebody else.
Yeah, her name's Nellie.
Nellie Melba. Yeah.
Sometimes I call her Nellie Furtado. What's supposed to happen with this?
So when you ask a yes or no question, the rods either point inwards, which would indicate a yes,
Yep.
or outwards, indicate.
Who discovered this?
I have no idea.
Like, who said this is how they do it? I'm just saying. Alright, go ahead. Oh, do I ask a question?
Yes, just yes or no question.
Name your top 3 favorite presidents. Go. Is anyone here with us right now? Just to be clear, you're not moving these.
I'm not moving anything.
Is your name Nelly? Whoa. What was her real name? Helen. Is your name Helen your real name?
Oh,
Do you like singing opera? Do you like rap music? How dare you? Is this place haunted?
very slow movement in words. That
Okay.
if they cross very much, it's like a strong yes.
Okay, well, are you friendly?
Oh, she's friendly. That is very sweet. This is also very creepy. I'm genuinely not doing anything.
Alright, now it's my turn apparently.
Is this a female spirit? Are you a singer?
Are you a rapper? Ask one more, my hands is ready.
Helen, are we welcome in this room?
Close enough.
Close enough. I take that as a yes.
I'm gonna take that as a...
yeah. Oh, thank you, Helen.
Thanks, G.
Okay, so we might have just made contact with a ghost, and it might be explainable, but
One thing that I can't explain is the TV. As I turn it on, it makes that beautiful kalimba sound. And then I can't do nothing with it. Like, I press any button, it's like, it doesn't work. The volume. And if you don't even want the TV, you can turn it off. That's the two things. Then you get the kalimba sound again. What I really actually wanted to try out was the TV, because the last one didn't work. This one doesn't even work, brother. But this is turning on.
Oh, I turn it.
I've never seen an act like this before. I will not make your cat vanish.
Interesting.
I'm going this way.
and by the end of the night, we might have just made contact with Nellie herself. But now was my favorite time of the night.
To sleep.
Do sleep.
Bedtime test. My ass. What has happened to my ass? I bet she didn't jump like that. Alright, well, just as a safety precaution, I think that I'm gonna turn on the night filming. We'll just see what happens in the morning. We'll actually review the footage. Other than that, I think we've done everything. Ellie could be here, but she seems very lovely.
She does seem very nice.
And with that, we were off to sleep for the night. But what we would find in the morning would be very unsettling.
It's morning time. And I've woken up. My friend is gone to shower. I think I had a pretty decent sleep, although it's only been 4 hours. It felt alright. I had some weird dreams, though. Let's discuss and review the footage. Oh, God. Left the lights on. Oh, no, that's just the sunlight. I forgot to close the blinds. I was so sleepy yesterday, but no worries. I found a fix. Yes. How do I look?
Amazing. Nice. You can steal my glasses.
No, I'm looking at some of the footage from when we slept.
I didn't hear anything. That was the cop.
That was a cop?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Loud?
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
they're
know if
loud,
they're
but like
that
that's loud. I actually woke up because of that,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then you had a.
I thought it
dream
was
that
I thought it
girl-
was a girl.
Yeah, I thought it was the girl.
I thought it was a girl who said red cough.
Really? Yeah, maybe someone's going on the street. This one loud one there.
Oh my god,
I
I sound like
know
a
it's you.
tank. This is the scariest thing, is watching myself sleep like this. It never ends. Oh, oh.
Is that your phone?
I have no idea what that is.
Yes, your phone turned on, but I don't know what that blinking is. Yeah, why would it blink like that?
That's so freaky. Completely off.
Oh, I think it's the clock. I don't think it can't possibly light. There's no light.
I mean, it hasn't been the whole night. It's not the alarm clock, because the alarm
No.
clock has too big a face. Nah, there's nothing. Nothing came in the whole night, man. Did it again?
It's again. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, that's...
The light is very strange.
That is strange.
It was almost checkout time at the Windsor, and we were ready to leave. But before we did, we had to review the footage and recap the challenges. Let's start with the hallways. So I did hear an unexplainable sound, and for whatever reason, on level 1 our walkie-talkies kept being staticky. So was it ghostly interference, or just walkie-talkies? Challenge 2 was to make contact with a ghost, which we did. Is your name Helen?
Oh,
But do dowsing rods really work? I mean, I think me from last night explained it best.
I personally felt that they moved like a lot.
I don't know. Maybe. Basically, I want to, like, get to a point where it's like, hey, man, do you like big butts? And it's like, yeah. That's how I'd be.
And challenge 3, surviving the night and taking a look at the footage. Check, I'm still in one piece, although I still have no idea what those lights were. By the way, I'd love to have an explanation, so if you know or even have any guesses, please tell me in the comments. I'd love to.
The light is weird. I can't like figure out what it's coming from.
Nothing is that high. We're
That's
3 floors up.
That's true.
The light can't bounce from there
Yeah,
to there.
that is very true.
This was too small. I gotta say, that's kind of creepy.
Not as creepy as your snoring.
Okay. Alright, let's get out of here, Chief.
Yeah, okay.
The halls of the Windsor Hotel were rich with color and vibrance. Celebrities came to stay, and the view was stunning. But at the same time, the hotel was so quiet, you wouldn't believe anyone else was staying there. Yet it always felt like you were being watched. And we ran into some very unexplainable moments. So is it haunted? That I can't say for sure. So I might just need one more visit. Until then though, side quest complete.
Maybe next time we'll find something even more creepy. See you guys. Are you coming?